Good day and welcome to my blog, AU Grad Two Times, matriculating one course at a time through AU makes two. The subject matter at hand today is tea time is indeed bedtime. The focus of this particular lesson is helping students to establish a healthy, balanced bedtime ritual. It is important to receive plenty of rest as a human being in general, but especially for students, as there's lots of studying and focus and cognition needed for processing multiple subjects and information. This particular lesson is going to utilize making tea at bedtime as a routine to establish a routine for healthy sleep. I am a tea lover, and as a matter of fact, I'll show you one of my bedtime rituals with the preparation of one of my favorite teas. It's a loose tea, and it's actually a lavender loose tea. Take a look at the video here. As you can see, I have all the tools that I need, everything that's necessary to enjoy the perfect cup of tea. The students have the option of choosing whatever flavor they like, adding to whatever level of sweetness they would enjoy their tea. Here I'm using a pure Hawaiian honey, one of my favorite honeys, to sweeten my tea. And it's not just about the drinking of the tea. It is about the actual process. And if you take a moment and check out my blog in your spare time, you can actually go and watch this video on your own. Watching the video by itself is super relaxing. I've had multiple friends watch this video and say, okay, now I'm sleepy. I'm going to go ahead and move along in the lesson. What we currently know about my students is that there's been an ongoing conversation about attaining proper rest before class. There have been a few assignments connected to the pros and the cons of developing a healthy sleep routine. Throughout my blog, I've noted various forms of teas that I have created, from tea lattes and so on, even images of some of my loose teas that I prefer, including this one here, which is a strawberry blush tea. It is so delicious. Again, students have the option of utilizing whatever tea they prefer. I would love to find out the correlation between um, sleep patterns and grades. I want students to document and figure out what their sleep pattern is before the introduction of hot tea and a routine, as well as prior to the introduction of hot tea within their routine. The goal is to measure each student's educational success overall and to understand the importance of a sleep ritual. I want them to truly grasp the importance of that. I'm going to collect and record information from my students by allowing them to create a bedtime journal. For a week, they are going to have a bedtime ritual. There will be also a week where they don't have a ritual. And they're going to document various things, including what time they go to bed, what time they awaken. There is technology out there that can record the process overall. There is a fitness band called Fitbit that can track your individual sleep time, your restlessness. If students have that accessible to them, it would be a great tool for the final presentation that they will be required to share. Again, they're going to keep a journal for 1 week without tea and a bedtime ritual, and then 1 week with tea and a bedtime ritual. I really hope that this encourages them to understand how important a healthy sleep routine is and how important rest is for them to succeed overall as students. Each student is going to be assisted in creating a chart, essentially, that establishes a pattern between the amount of rest that they receive and their grades. I hope to be able to show that their grades improve with proper amounts of rest, which varies from student to student. At the end of this 2-week process, each individual is going to be required to write a minimum of a 3-page paper discussing their understandings and their findings of their own sleep routines, as well as cite and check out this article called Sleep Quality and Academic Performance in University Students, a wake-up call for college psychologists. That will be one of their required readings. Everyone within the class has been involved in the planning and the conducting of this assessment, as it has been an ongoing conversation. Here you'll see one of my favorite teas, which is a matcha green tea latte. Hopefully students will use the imagery and the information that I've shared about my own personal routine to encourage them throughout their process. Thank you for listening.